big thing I love to do when I have noon clients. I'm a geek, and as long as they sign in right on time, I'll say happy noon. Anyway, moments that bring me joy, right? Little things that bring me joy. Because a creator knows what little things, everyday things can bring them joy, optimism, aliveness, excitement, and leans into it. And sometimes just being a geek, taking the 1 minute a day where you can say happy noon instead of happy afternoon, pretty dope. Anyway, that's not why I'm live today. That's not why I'm creating a video. I'm, of course, creating something because I want to help you be in your own creator mindset. Create an amazing fucking life that lights you up. And I want to tell you something that I'm excited about. I'm excited about a breakthrough. I recently had a breakthrough myself, and I recently had a huge breakthrough with a client, and it goes something like this. Now, I'm targeting this message towards men who are separated from their marriage right now, from their partner, or men who are post-breakup, even if they weren't married. But really, this video is for anyone who's allowing themselves to be stuck in limbo, stuck between two options in life, between two choices. Now, there's one thing I know is we as human beings seem to flounder and suffer when we haven't made a big choice in life about moving in one direction or another. Now, there are people that are great. They're masters at uncertainty. They allow themselves to flow with the world. And there are times for that. But I actually want to say that when you are in the midst of a separation or a breakup, or if you're ready to end a career and you want to start something new, you're ready to leave your job, or you're ready to just make any sort of big shift in life, staying in limbo is completely painful. So I have a client, and he has been separated from his wife for about 2 years. Now the guy is holding on to the potential of getting back with her, but he flip-flops, he flounders, he can't make up his mind. And frankly, she's come and she said to him, look, I'm done. I'm ready for the divorce. I want to move the legal side of this forward. Let's do the paperwork. Which of course has him again in that question of, do I really want to divorce? Or do I want to have another go of it? And so basically, he's stuck. He's not moving forward. He's not creating a life in one direction or the other. And there was a breakthrough moment for him that allowed for clarity. I basically asked him to go home, to sit down, to write out in like bullet points or essay form, what would your life look like on a daily or weekly basis? What would it actually look like? What actions would you be taking? What would you be doing to work on yourself? What would you be doing to create the life you want? If you were fully 100% committed to putting your marriage and your family back together, what would that look like? And I said, what if you were 100% committed to moving on? What if you were 100% committed to creating a new life without your wife? What would that look like? So I had him go do that, sit down and create that work, and something really amazing happened. He saw that a lot of the actions would be the same one way or the other. They would just be in service of something different. So he said he would take care of himself more. He'd go to CrossFit more. He'd start learning more. He'd start taking on new skills. He'd be completely committed to taking care of the household and be completely committed to communicating clearly with his partner, with his ex, with his wife. And essentially, there was a lot of the same things in both lists. So he was really clear in that moment, being in limbo, being between the two choices, was actually keeping him from taking inspired action towards creating the life he loved no matter what. So that was the first thing. He noticed that they actually look very similar. There's just slightly different end results or different outcomes that he's working towards. The next thing was I then asked him, I said, which one of those things are you more excited for? Now in his moment, he took that time and he said to himself, you know what? I'll be honest, I'm actually more excited for creating a new life, creating a better life, creating a life with maybe a new partner. Right now, I'm kind of hanging out with women that don't really fit the mold of who I'd want to have a life partnership with in the future. I don't see them as good stepmothers, so they're placeholders. Right now, I'm doing a lot of things in my personal life that are placeholder. Like I've got this little apartment. It's a placeholder. It's not where I want to live, nor is it moving back with the family. It's a placeholder. So he started identifying all these things that were placeholders. He said, I don't want the placeholders anymore. I'm tired of that. What excited him more was taking action towards creating a new and better life post-divorce. Doing that exercise helped him understand, you know what, I actually don't want to be with my wife. I just essentially don't want to be poor, and I don't want to spend more time with my daughters. So we started to imagine what would it look like for you to actually create more income for yourself and create a scenario where you can spend lots of time with your daughters, even if you are separated. The whole point of this, though, is if you find yourself in limbo, if you're stuck between two choices, I want you to do this one simple thing. I want you to ask yourself, what would it look like if I was 100% committed to each path? Sit down, take a half an hour, come up with the ideas of what it would look like if you're 100% committed to choice A and 100% committed to choice B. How would your life be different? What would it look like? What actions would you be taking that would be inspiring? Which of those two visions is more inspiring to you? Which one feels more exciting, feels more alive? Once you know that, you're that much closer to taking action. But the bottom line is when you get stuck in limbo, when you're stuck between 2 points, we tend to suffer. We don't take inspired action. We're just holding on for dear life. And trust me, I know a lot about holding on for dear life. I spent 30 years just doing that. Taking the little scraps, the table scraps of life, love, relationship, communication, career, connection, friendship, and just holding on to them. Life changes when you have a vision for what you want and you move towards it. There's really not one right answer in any scenario. There's right action once you commit direction. Thank you, Kristen. I appreciate the thumbs up there. So anyway, that's what I got for you today. Just for today, if you find yourself trapped between two options, basically just ask yourself, what would 100% commitment look like to each path? And see what lights you up. That's what I got for you today. Be a creator. Don't be a consumer. Don't put your hands in the life of other people making choices. Get inspired, create a vision, move towards it. I hope that's helpful. If you dig it, drop a comment below, share us with someone you love. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.